to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or Gabriel, whatever. Something's missing. Something's missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth like I could be a starting quarterback with his arms crossed like this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows.
Remaining focused on the main thing.
Do you feel like kind of close to getting to where you want to be in terms of, getting a chance to play this one?
I don't think playing or not playing, is in my hands. So I think based on the situation, it's if things happen, things pan out where I play, then I'll be out there and I'll be ready to play. So I'm ready to play right now.
This kid talks. He runs his mouth. That is the clip. That is the headline. The cameras love it. The network eats it. They say he thinks he could be a starting quarterback. They say he sits with his arms crossed. They bark, "Get your ass in the front row and study." They point and shout like it is gospel. But here is the truth. The noise is loud because one name moves the meter, Shedeur Sanders, and some folks cannot stand it. I was not even going to make this video. I was in the lab on a Cam Ward cut. I had the timeline open. I had beats ready. Then Rex Ryan put his foot in his mouth. Then ESPN could not look away. Somehow the third-string quarterback of the abysmal Browns is the story. It is on Rex Ryan's mind. It is on ESPN's mind. I told you this 3 weeks ago. Call me a Shedeur glazer. Call me a Shedeur cultist. Cool. Then explain the last time a third string, a fifth-round pick, dominated a news cycle like this. Explain why they talk about him before they talk about how bad the Browns are, before they talk about an amazing slate of games. Comment SS 100%. I am happy to sit here and yap because I see the play. It is easy to pick a kid and call him the problem. Shedeur the problem. That is the lazy take, not Kevin Stefanski, not the Browns. This offense has been dog water, one of the worst in EPA per play, one of the worst in yards per play, one of the worst in basic efficiency. We do not ask why the coaches cannot fix it. We do not ask why the scheme fails. We do not ask why the room is not ready. We just dump it on Shedeur. So, enlighten us, Mr. Rex Ryan. Let us walk your career. Let us test your logic.
Stefanski is one of an outstanding coach, all right? But why the hell isn't he putting Shedeur Sanders? We're all waiting to see the Shedeur Sanders be the guy or this. Get your ass in the front row and study and do all that. If I know, the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment that way. You got the talent to be the quarterback. You should be. You should be embarrassed that you're not the quarterback now.
We'll see if they make a change there.
Here is what Rex said. Kevin Stefanski is outstanding. Why the hell is he not putting in Sanders? Or Gabriel? Something is missing with this kid. This kid talks. He runs his mouth. He thinks he could be a starting quarterback. Arms crossed, get your ass in the front row. Study. If I know, then the whole league knows. Quit being an embarrassment. You have the talent to be the quarterback. You should be embarrassed you are not the quarterback now. We will see if they make a change. That is the sermon. Now watch what happened next. Tony Grossi teamed up with Tony Rizzo. They rushed in to validate Rex. They said Rex did not pull that out of nowhere. Someone is telling him, "Why are you not in the front row?" That line infers the kid is not working as hard as he should. If he is talking to someone in the building, then he has inside knowledge. They said what he is saying is more damning than anything we said. The echo chamber was on. They still do not judge him better or even at the same level as Dillon Gabriel. That part was loud too. The message was clear. We think the kid is not it. Let me be honest. I asked the question myself. Is it possible that Shedeur is not working hard? Yes, it is a possibility. I live in the real world. But do not ignore the pictures. Do not ignore the video. Do not ignore the on-camera proof of him in the front row. Not once, not twice, 3 separate events. These were out there weeks ago, before this mess even started. Unless he sprinted back to the last row after each clip, that accusation does not sit right.
Here is my bigger issue. Tony Grossi could report that if it was real. Mary Kay Cabot would run that if it was real. She has thrown Shedeur under the bus all month. She has said he is so far behind. She has said he cannot handle pre-snap. Blah, blah. Joe Thomas would have at least hinted. The Browns beat would have leaked a whisper. But there is nothing, not a breadcrumb. So you want me to believe Rex Ryan is the first guy to find out the kid is lazy? Stop it. Rex goes far back. His brother used to be a defensive coordinator. He has connections across the NFL and ties around Cleveland. I searched. I backsourced. I checked clips. I checked posts. The only thing I could find were pictures of Shedeur in the front row. 3 different days, 3 different rooms. Could he sit back later? Sure, anything is possible. But the claim is weak. The timeline does not align. And look at the messenger. You are taking a loud studio take from a guy known for yelling, not known for success as a head coach, known as a defensive coach. Rex says words with force. That does not make them true. Do not worry, Rex. I have the stats. I have the receipts. I am going to pull up your best quarterbacks. The last one was the great Mark Sanchez. Yes, butt fumble. That is the play people remember. So teach us what it means to be a top-tier quarterback. I am all ears. Could the rumor be true? Maybe. But here is what does not add up. Not one Browns person, not one player, not one pelican, not one pedestrian, not one pterodactyl, because it starts with a P. No one has said a single thing that aligns with this lazy label. It is a phantom. What really set them off was one quote. That quote was pulled out of context. The kid was asked if he should be starting. He said, "That is not my place to answer." He said, "That does not concern me." Later, he was asked about quarterback play in the league right now. He said, "I know I am capable of doing better than a lot of what we've seen." That is confidence. That is not a crime.
So let me hold your hand, Rex. The full answer starts with humility. It ends with faith. Every time they ask Shedeur if he should be starting, he says the same thing. That is not up to me. That is God's plan. That is God's timing. If you quote that too, the rant does not hit. It does not sell. So they leave that part out. Here's what I think happened. Rex has connections. Some older, underperforming quarterback got salty. The line about bad quarterback play stung. Feelings got hurt. Shout out Gus Johnson, you got barbecue back there and did not tell me? The league is full of pride. A young QB saying a lot of quarterbacks are playing like 2 packs of ass will rattle some cages. We pulled the stats. A lot of quarterbacks are playing that bad. We have seen backups on the field. We have seen Geno Smith throwing ham sandwiches. He did not lie. So Rex went on a classic old head rant. He started grabbing the usual lines. Study, get there first, be the last to leave, grind. Somebody put a battery in his back. Somebody showed him a slice of a clip. They said, "Look, they are talking slick about Mark Sanchez. Go in there and make it about Shedeur Sanders." And he did. Meanwhile, the Browns just watched Joe Flacco throw 2 interceptions and fumble on a team that preaches ball security, on a team that does not want chaos. Kevin Stefanski is the head coach. Rex calls him outstanding. I am tired of the myth. He has not stacked playoff wins. The excuse has been Deshaun Watson is terrible at quarterback. Then why does Kevin O'Connell make every quarterback look functional? Give O'Connell baby Gronk at quarterback, and he still finds points. Where is that credit for Stefanski? Who told you to start the 40-year-old? Who told you to trade away Kenny Pickett? Who told you to call Dylan Gabriel the most advanced quarterback you have ever seen? Reach on him in the 3rd round, then not play him?
Rex thinks we are stupid. He thinks we will ignore the Browns' track record at quarterback. He thinks we will ignore the mismanagement. He wants us to look at Shedeur. He wants us to say you are the problem, even though you are the emergency quarterback. You cannot even enter the game unless both quarterbacks get hurt. Did you forget the rule, Rex? Or are you just making things up? Keep that same fire for your buddy, Kevin Stefanski. The Browns are 1-3. They lost winnable games. They should have beaten the Bengals. They lost their starter. This is a soft tank. No one wants to say it. You are going to let Kevin Stefanski waste another season. He is not planning to win games, but it is all crispy, right? Because Arch Manning is coming, right? Because Drew Aller is coming, right? How is that going? Not great. Let us pull receipts on Rex. In 2019, people posted a tidy stat.
Rex once had a 28-20 record with 4 playoff wins. You hold that up like a trophy? That is your bar? Almost above mediocrity? Then came the movie. Rex made his acting debut in Adam Sandler's That Is My Boy. After that, his head coaching record never recovered. He went 33-46 across 5 seasons, no playoff wins, fired twice as a head coach, dropped, hired, dropped again on TV. A lot of noise, not a lot of results. His full head coaching mark 61-66. That is a losing record. So we are talking about the same head coach who carried a mess like that into a playoff chase. Yet he wants to preach about focus. He wants to lecture a rookie on how to act. Miss me with that. And spare me the legend talk. The shine he got as a defensive coach came with all-time players. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Terrell Suggs, Dogs. That Ravens unit was loaded. Let us not pretend it was just scheme. Here is a nugget the timeline forgot. In 2004 and 2005, a corner named Deion Sanders played for those Ravens. Maybe that still sits in his gut. Maybe that name still rings his bell. Those seasons ended 9-7, then 6-10. As a head coach, he had 2 winning seasons, total. The rest were 8-8 or worse. 8 years in the chair, 2 winning years. That is the record. So let us circle back. The Browns just took another embarrassing loss. The offense was a mess. The defense is top tier by the numbers. And the next morning, Rex Ryan is yelling about the third-string quarterback. He is pushing a story with no backing in the building. He is scolding a kid who is on the sideline. He is turning a complex problem into a loud take. Does that make sense to you? Or does it feel like a man who needed a headline? Maybe he needs some more meds. You tell me. Like the video if you like it. Dislike if you do not. Subscribe if you like football content.